channel. Today we're going to put the headlights on the 4Runner and get them all wired up so they have the sequential pattern for the turn signals and the DRLs work. It's a simple harness that comes with the kit. So we got to pull the front bumper off, and we'll kind of show you a little bit about that after we're done. But first, I'm gonna get some of the tools we need. So most of the bolts are 10 millimeters. That's for the fender liners and the bumper itself. And then you need some clip tools to push the clips off. And you also need a flathead and a Phillips screwdriver, as well as I use a couple of these tools to pop the clips out. Got some zip ties as well for the harness. And just to make the job a little bit easier, electric tools. So I think that's all we need. Oh. That is it. So kind of go over that and show you guys how it's done. And these pieces we're going to end up pulling off from the back side, and I'll show you that. And we're going to vinyl wrap these so they won't be chrome anymore, since the headlights will be smoked now without the chrome trim. So, all right, stay tuned and hopefully this goes smooth. That's the install. Sorry the GoPro went dead, so it cut the end off. But a couple things we wanted to go over, just because there is a good video Morimoto posts, or Headlight Revolution posts as well, of the install, but it doesn't pertain to the 2020s with the lane departure assist and all that active cruise control stuff. So we kind of want to go over a couple things that are different that we found out and a couple issues we had during the process. So the first is the bracket for which is right here. Let me grab a light. There's a bracket right here with 2 bolts that's above the top one. So this bolt has to come off for the bumper to come off. And then these 2 hold the bracket for the lane departure. So camera setup. So those 2 bolts need to come out. And then the other thing we had an issue with was the fuse panel. So you have to run a wire with a fuse tap for the DRL power to work. And they tell you, if you come over here, when you pop the panel, oh, it's too tight against the battery, isn't it? I pushed the battery against that. All right, well, let me get all right. Let's loosen up this battery and then we can get to it. Okay. All right, so we're gonna pull the fuse block out. Turn this light on so you guys can see. Pull this off. So according to the directions, it tells you to attach it to the 10 amp injector fuse and tap it, which if we come back over here, that one is right here. Well, the problem is this block sits up higher than the rest and this doesn't allow the cover to go down. So we looked on the forums and a lot of guys were tying into the 10 amp mirror heater fuse. So that's once again the 10 amp mirror heater fuse, which is right here. And then we ran the wire through, and then if you look, we cut the fuse panel from the so the wire could fit through without getting smushed. They tell you just to smush it, but we didn't want to run it that way. So now you hold the wire up. Go figure it out, won't go down. Went down real nice before. Okay, so now it's down nice. Yeah. But the other thing you have to do is you have to take out this piece. So I guess I'll pop this off again to show you guys. This piece usually goes in here and it's to pull the fuse. You have to take this out and then put it in your glove box because that hits the top of this and it actually will kind of break it a little bit. It started to push and we noticed it luckily before it broke. So now let's put the cover back on, pull the wire through our slot we made real nice, and then it just pops down real nice. Push the battery back over to where it's supposed to go. That should be good. I'll tighten that down later. So that was one of the things we did notice. That kind of threw us through a loop because their directions just didn't show the 2020 things. And then the last thing I wanted to show you guys. Are you going
to give me credit for
finding this? Yes, I have to give Felicia credit for figuring out where to tap it into. She did some research real quick and figured out where the tap should be or where people found the tap should be for the 2020s. So also hers has this chrome strip on the front grille. So now without the headlights having the chrome strip, we want to get rid of it. So when you have the bumper off or this top panel from behind, there's 2 screws and then there's a clip in the middle that you got to press down. So we took them out. I'm going to wrap these in 3M matte black wrap and then I'll put them back in. And luckily you could just pull the top cover. You don't have to pull the bumper again. I think that's the only real troubles we had. Can you think of anything else?
I would say taking the bumper off and watching this top.
Oh yeah, the top clip we broke. So this top clip you have to pull out and then around because there's a recess out. If not, you will crack the bumper, which
it's hard to do.
We might have done. Yeah, a little bit. And everything works. Here, let's I'll I'm gonna turn it on so everybody can see what the DRLs and stuff look like. So, lights are on, lights are off, and then that's the money right there. So, there's another, so that's it, the wrapped up for the headlights. Overall, I think we're pretty happy with the fit and finish is pretty good. It's not factory. We did have a little issue on the driver's side. The lower bracket, you have to take off the headlight. We kind of had to push on it a little bit, more than I'd like. The other one fell right in place. This one's kind of finicky, but it's plastic. It will form a little bit with some pressure. So I think besides that, and then that mirror tap, and that's just the case of, I think they didn't have a 2020 with the lane assist and all the camera stuff. So I think that was kind of hard for them to make a perfect video. And the next thing I want to get into, what we're going to do, is I didn't know about these. This is my first Toyota we've ever owned. And when we took it to Chicago, or Chi-Town 4x4, Rick there told me about them. When he pulled the wheels, he noticed we were using their aftermarket lugs, but the issue is with a factory Toyota, the lug goes into the wheel and then has this flat part, as you might be able to see in the picture here. So it engages to the threads a lot more than this would. So this engages about half as much as this. So he told me about these, which I'm thankful for him taking the time and not just throwing the wheels back on and saying whatever. These are definitely a lot safer. These are made by Gorilla. They're the part, here you can see what the part number is for them. If you have a Toyota, I would highly recommend these with aftermarket wheels. These are just like the factory. I don't know what that is actually called, how the lug sits in. But these are definitely, we're going to swap them over on her truck next. And then the last thing I'm going to do to prep it for winter, now that we're done working on it, is fluid film. If you guys haven't used this stuff, it's really, really good. I highly recommend it. They have like a professional grade that you shoot out of a gun that installers do, but they also have the kind of at-home do-it-yourselfer. This stuff works great. It's corrosion and rust protectant. I put it on the frames of all my vehicles that I drive in the winter, and it helps with the salt. It's kind of, I guess I'll just spray it in my hand. So it's kind of, it's almost like WD-40 but thicker, and it really sticks on the frame. But the nice thing about it is, if you ever want to go work on your truck afterwards or anything, if you really hit it with pressure washer, it comes right off. So it's kind of a temporary thing. I do it every year. It's about $10 a can, if that. So it's really worth it. It really helps. It definitely keeps the paint on the frames, especially like the Toyota stuff, really nice. So I think that's it for that. We're gonna pull the wheels and clean those up. I'm not gonna film that because it's pretty basic. But also, we did buy taillights for the truck. I know we were gonna wait a little bit longer, but I found some for a good deal. So we're gonna end up doing the taillights, which I'm gonna wait to show you what ones we're gonna do. And then we're also doing the sequential smoked turn signals. So it'll match the sequential and the smoked. So that'll be hopefully within the next week or so. We'll get those in and actually installed and show you guys that. And then I think we'll do window tint and pretty much done with it for a little while until probably some new wheels in the spring with bigger tires. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Like and what?
Forgot about my stickers.
Oh yeah. The instant mod.
We've got the icon sticker for the control arms, this way.
And the springs in the back. I
And
actually don't know
springs.
which way it goes.
And then we have a Chi-Town 4x4 sticker to add to the back window.
So then hopefully, like I said, we'll get the LEDs and the taillights and stuff installed and really test the headlights out, and I'll let you guys know how they work. There's good and bad. People say both. They've had issues and not. This is the first gen set. These aren't the updated second gens, but I still think they'll be good. And
let us know if you guys think we should get a film for these. Now that the headlights are blacked out. I think so. I don't know that Don agrees.
well, I need to do something with them, but I don't know if smoke, because the way they fit flush, might not
They
work.
look too chrome.
Yeah. But
We'll see.
we could always do the amber, but they sell. But so sorry I lost train of thought. But if you like the video, please like and subscribe so we can continue to make some content for you guys, and let me know your thoughts. So if you see anything that we're doing that you like or question, feel free to ask. Try to get back to you as soon as I can. So thanks.
What are you doing, Don?
Taking it back apart because
Why?
when you asked me to plug something in, I told you no, we'll wait on that, and then yeah, sure enough, I forgot to plug it in.
I see.
So now we project take it all apart. That just shows what would I do without you.
I don't know.
All right, that should be good now.